Bow Bow. Her goal is to be highly destabilizing and culturally critical. But if Red's agent name is true, she literally has a song named Bow Bow Bow. Now, this doesn't make her guilty. As humans, it's sometimes so easy to see what's going on, we don't believe. Regardless of being a crazy sex prank could be a CIA agent, Cat Williams said something really interesting about the underworld of rap music.
All of the rappers that you know that never been to jail and never gotten any trouble with the law, but they talk as if their life is opposite of that. Like those are federal employees.
Now, Sexy Red got arrested in 2024 after an airport brawl, but I wouldn't count that as trouble in the way Cat Williams is talking about. The relationship the CIA and rap music have goes back decades, shifting the focus of the genre from unity to violence. Where the CIA is best at using culture as propaganda, overseeing approximately 2,000 films since 1910, even backing artists like Duke Ellington and Jackson Pollock back in the day to promote America's creative thinking to the rest of the world. Therefore, it's hard to know the truth about Sexy Red. She's not picking a side, but if she has worked with the CIA, it's not that crazy because the agency has been backing creators for centuries, and Sexy Red would just be another name on that list. Leaked CIA document.
Who is the agency backing all these people? All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS from Mullen Teach Well, who taught us his truth. This is your brother Yeshamiah from the GMS Atlanta camp. And the subject of today's video is, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Who is the group of people that are running the CIA? Who are the group of people that own these record labels and these distribution labels? Because that is ultimately who is pushing this thing. All right? Now, the reason I got that, Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9, is because the same thing that's been going on today, it's been going on since the beginning of times. And it's always been the same group of people at the helm, pushing wickedness, but more importantly, pushing wickedness through the means of certain sold out Israelites for what? To cause the other Israelites to fall. Now, if we are not the Israelites, so-called blacks, natives, and Hispanics, if we are not the Israelites, why would you then spend millions, because that's how much money gets spent. They spend millions signing these artists. Why would you waste so much money with the distribution, with the commercials, and then they go and do concerts, their cars, their clothes? Why would you waste so much money focusing your time on a specific group of people? And the answer is because they know who we are. All right? Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get one more preset before we go into some other ones here. Judith 5. Yeah, we'll start it right here. It says, Judith 5 verse 2. Wherewith he was very angry and called all the princes of Moab and the captains of Ammon and all the governors of the coast. And he said unto them, Tell me now, ye sons of Canaan, who this people is that dwelleth in the hill country, and what are the cities that they inhabit, and what is the multitude of their army, and wherein is their power and their strength, and what king is set over them or captain of their army. So here we have the Edomites gathering all the princes, which those princes are representative of those in high places, the illuminated ones. All right, those, the so-called 1%, the so-called deep state, the so-called Illuminati, the so-called globalist. I mean, every other name besides a group of people. Ain't that crazy? You have so many other labels, but you don't want to look at race when it comes to them. However, with us, it's always about the race. Hence, you have the Northern Kingdom going through hell, with these ice raids. Hence, you now have the beginning of the Southern Kingdom going through it. It's always with race with us. It's never race with them. The point here is that the elites are being rounded up together, and they're being asked, who are these people? And that's the same thing that's going on today. Now, let's get to the point here in Judith 5. verse 19. Well, 20. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against these people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their power defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all of the world. So what do we have here? We see the enlightened, the illuminated ones, the elite, understanding who we are after they run through our history. And these people have our history today. They have these Russian icons. And that's just the small sneak peek that we've seen. They have much more artwork hidden in the Vatican, man. But the point that I'm showing you here is this, is that those in control know who we are. And they know that when we are separated from our power, that when we are in sin, the Most High doesn't deal. He hides his face from us. But if we are in one accord with him, the Most High deals with us and he protects us. And that is why they do this dumb shit right here. That is why they do it towards one specific group of people. I want to get a quick Google search that I did. All right. And I just put, what genre of music is most popular amongst minorities? And, we'll go with the AI overview. It says, while there is a diverse range of preferences, studies show that R&B and hip-hop / rap are highly popular amongst Black Americans, along with other genres like jazz, gospel, and reggae. And wouldn't you know it, the same type of music that Israelites listen to are the very same type of music that these Edomites push wickedness and frowardness, man. It's always directed at one group of people. If we were not the people, why would you waste your time? Let's get some precepts now here. Let's get 2 Maccabees 6. Because I started off with Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9, going into the fact that there is nothing new under the sun. Because you don't see them doing you don't see country music being pushed, right, by wickedness, and who listens to country music? It's their own people. It's Edomites. And compare a country song with a rap song. And, for those scoffers that say, oh, well, it's just the culture. Hold on a minute. The owners of these record labels and the owners of these distribution companies, they are the ones that control what gets put out. They are the ones that decide, okay, this is the topic. We're going to push the LGBT thing, okay? So if you're not pushing that, then your stuff doesn't get sold. So what do? They end up narrowing it down to fucking boule Israelites, 2/3 as wicked motherfucking Israelites, excuse my language, but they find sellouts so that they can put us as the face, so that our simple people, because 2/3 of our people are simple, Zechariah 13 verse 8, all right? Our simple ass people, we are called sheep for a reason, because sheep are a very simple animal. They will follow anybody in front of them if they look like them. And that's why they always have dumbass tricks, dumbass Israelites, and they're not necessarily always Judites. Now, the majority of the time they are, because they also know that Judah is the head tribe. Whatever trend, Judah always starts the trends. So any trend that comes from Judah, everybody's going to follow it. All right? They always have these people. They also have these people like Bad Bunny too. But the majority, they started with Judah because even they understand that Judah is the head tribe. They are the trendsetters. Genesis 49 goes into it. Judah, thou art whom thy brethren shall praise. They are the older brother, man. And as younger brothers, we want to be just like the older brothers. And they know this psychology. But the point that I want to go back to is this. 2 Maccabees 6, verse 1. Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens, this is an Edomite, to compel the Jews, the southern kingdom, to depart from the laws of their fathers and not to live after the laws of the Most High, and to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter Olympius, and that in Gerizim of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwell in that place. Verse 4, for the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles, who dallied with harlots and had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places, and besides that brought in things that were not lawful. Now, 1 Corinthians 3 and 16 says that we are the temple of the Most High. So now, although we don't have a physical temple, we know that the Most High dwells with men. That's in the book of Revelations. So, what are they doing? They are polluting our temple, the temple of the Israelites, because that's who listens to rap, man. It's the same thing, and it's the same group of people that have consistently done this. And so for you people that sit there and try to go out of your way to sit there and say that the same person that is causing us to sin can be saved, you yourself are erring in the scriptures, man. You guys, you weak Christians need to grow a pair and get out of this hyper femininity of love. Because even your wife doesn't do that. Hell, even your fucking boyfriend doesn't do that. We know how you Christians swing. A lot of you people are undercover, man. Your other half, as they call it, right? Your other half, they don't love you all of the time, right? Shit, y'all don't even love yourselves, because if you did, you would abide by the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, because it's for our good. All right, and it's for you Israelites, man. All right, when I say Christians, I'm specifically talking to the Israelites, because we're not called to deal with any of the other heathens. 1 Maccabees 1 verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men. Same thing today. Rappers like Young Thug, Tupac too, man. Hey, I'm a big Tupac fan, man. But, at the same time, I'm understanding who these people are. These people have been sold out. You don't get to the top without selling yourself out to Esau Edom. And I hate to quote this stupid ass saying, but we always hear it, and it's true. I sold my soul to the devil to get a record deal. Who owns those record deals, though? It's a group of people. And that's how you... because they are the devil. Let's continue on. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. This is the mentality of the boule. This is the mentality of wicked Israelites that, like Sexy Red in this case, that sell themselves out because, in their mind, they're thinking, well, if I don't do it, somebody else will. Yeah. But then again, you are laying up for yourself a bigger judgment, because you're causing our people to err. Our people think, because we're so brainwashed and screwed, our people think that the only way for us to do good is to be around Edomites, man. But they do it to a fault. I'm going to close out with this, all right? Because this isn't a long video. Brothers already know this, but these videos that we put out, these are epistles, these are testimonies that pierce the heavens, and this is, exhibit B to the Most High, so that he can continue to send judgment on these Edomites, man. Let's get one, many offenses, there you go. Many offenses must come. Let's get that. Matthew 18. It says, woe unto the world because of offenses. And those offenses are stumbling blocks. Stumbling blocks such as false doctrines. Stumbling blocks such as undercover CIA people pushing wickedness into the community. All right? For it must needs be that offenses come. Why? Because of the falling away. Jeremiah 17 goes into it, man. All right? We fell away, and so we have hell to pay. We are under the disgusting rulership of Esau Edom because of our falling away. And so that's why these must come. But also these must come also so that we can see who the son of perdition is, as mentioned in 2 Thessalonians. Because scripture says that you shall know a tree by its fruit, right? When we are able to see the same group of people that own these labels, man, we are able to point the finger and say, okay, so that's who the wicked is, all right? So it's twofold, you know? Continuing on, it says, but woe, and you know, woe means destruction. It says, but woe to that man by whom the offense cometh. So we understand that 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed. We understand that these offenses have to come. But then it says, woe, destruction to whom those offenses come by. These Edomites, destruction to them. That's what it's talking about. So where do these Christians get off saying that Esau can be saved when Esau Edom, you know, is the one that's pushing these offenses? Do you believe in the scriptures? Because the scriptures are telling you that whoever's bringing these offenses to Israel, specifically the apple of the Most High's eye, that there's destruction coming. So where do you get off saying that these people can be saved? It doesn't make sense, man. And that's why we always say, man, Christianity and the scriptures are two completely different things. Y'all don't believe the scriptures. Y'all believe this world. And that's why you guys don't, you know, applaud for these videos. That's why these Christians don't applaud for these videos like they do with God Logic and that other nasty ass, cracked out Lil Wayne looking dude, man. A soldier for Christ. That's his tag on YouTube. You know, that's why they don't clap for us, because they are of the world. We are not of this world. We have been separated. All right? We don't operate in the same way that you operate. And that's why you don't understand what we're saying, because the Most High has blocked you. Isaiah 44 verse 18 goes into it. So, you know what? We pronounce judgment on these people. We pronounce judgment on these wicked Edomites. We pronounce judgment on these heathens. And we pronounce judgment on these wicked-ass Israelites. Because judgment starts in the house of Jacob. Until the next one, Shalom.